Pag walang nagmamando ng elevator, kinakausap ko na ang sarili ko. 10th floor. Have been asking for a condo tour. Well, here is Presello's first official condo tour. But first, make sure you hit like, click subscribe, and click on the bell so you get notified for whenever we release new YouTube videos. We're on Facebook, so make sure you hit like and see first, and follow us on Instagram at Presello_official. My name is Julia, and welcome to, again, our first Presello condo tour. So I will be touring you around 4 condominium units, but before we get there, let me show you around the ground floor or your lobby. So of course you have to check in first at the main desk, especially when you want to have guests over. So for those of you who have been living in condominiums, you know how the SOP goes. So you have here your lounge and the elevator area or lifts to go to your units. Now before we go up, let me show you the parking spaces. So actually, this is along the main road of, ito yung main road, diba? Dito asan to? Yeah, right. So from the main road, you can enter the parking space, and it goes all the way over there. How many levels of parking space do we have? We have 2 levels of parking spaces. Hanggang sa taas. But of course, I'll only show you this area. Just so you know where it is. Okay. And then just before going up the lifts, in case you want to make some last minute goings to the bathroom, or if you have some guests over waiting at the lounge, you can most definitely direct them here. So it's a very spacious I was gonna say toilet and bath, so this is very exciting for us. Again, this is the first time we're doing it. But yeah, you have your guest powder room over here. Okay. So, of course, ideally, we would be wearing a face mask, but just for the sake of this tour and social distancing, I am gonna go face mask less and away from you guys. And other visitors of or guests or tenants of the condominium. Okay, so dito, so what's close to this area? Well, you're near Gateway. You're near Cubao, right? Near EDSA. In fact, okay, let me hold this for you. 7th floor. In fact, from the rooftop, you can see EDSA. You can see EDSA, you can see San Juan, Ortigas. It has a really beautiful skyline, and you'll see later. I think my favorite part of this whole condo is the roof deck. Well, that was fast. Okay. It's this way, right? Yeah. Okay, so now we are on our way to the studio garden. Studio with balcony. Okay, so one of the major reasons why we are featuring this condominium is because of how nice the layout is, how nice the project is, and how good for, value for money it is. But apart from that, we are also here at Presello offering you a special 10% discount code. So remember guys, that's regardless of your payment method. So whether it's straight cash, whether it's installment, whatever, whether it's card, whatever. So just make sure that you book through us, or you talk to a Presello agent or Presello guy and get that special promo code. All right, so we have now arrived at the door of the studio with a garden or balcony. All right, so you have there your prep area or your sink, as well, of course, as your range and supposedly where your cooktop will be. So kasama na to. Actually, everything that you see here, kasama na, including, except the refrigerator and the microwave. So those are not included, but everything else that's built in, it's already included. And you have here your spacious, sorry, this particular unit does not have light bulbs. May kuryente, it doesn't have light bulbs. But this is your toilet, your shower and toilet. Now, with other units, I can show you what it looks like though, because it'll have light. You'll see how spacious it is. More or less, it's the same size naman for every unit. Okay, and this is your main space. So for a studio, this is actually quite spacious. You have here your built-in wardrobe, and then you have a door that leads to your balcony, which is again spacious. Look at this. It even has a nice railing, nice and safe railing. So I was actually impressed the first time I went through the unit. It's like, you know what? Yeah, it's definitely a studio, but it's got lots of light. I mean, the sun's going down now. It's the only reason why it's dark. But it's got lots of light, it's got lots of windows, space. I think this one, it depends on what unit you get, but you can have anywhere around 20 to 30 square meters for a studio. Okay, let's visit the other units. Okay, so now we're on our way to the one bedroom. Now this one though supposedly has a garden. So this means that this unit is bigger than most one bedrooms because this one has around 60 square meters. Yes, you heard that right. 60 square meters for a studio? For a one bedroom? What? Okay, so clearly you have here your living spaces. You have your dining, your living, and then this is ideally where you would want to put your refrigerator and then your cooktop because this is where the range is built in, and then your sink. So the things that you see in this unit, since this is a sort of model unit, pwedeng kasama, pwedeng hindi. So it's negotiable depending on what you guys negotiate on. Okay, before we check out the outside, I want to show you, you have here a built-in linen closet. Well, technically yes, it could be a linen closet, but it's also where you would want to put your washer dryer, preferably combo. But if not, you can just stack them against each other or on top of each other. Then you have here your toilet and bath. So this is actually quite spacious if I do say so myself. It's up to you if you want to put a glass enclosure. You could, since you have a lot of space anyways. And then what I really like about this particular unit. Oh no, somebody locked it? Oh no, yeah, somebody did lock it, but I can't open it. Okay. It's the fact that you have this outdoor space. So obviously you have access to the outside part of your window type air conditioning unit. But man, what could you do with this, right? So you can hang your laundry. You can have some play area here for your pets. Wait, allowed ba pets dito? Don't quote me on that. Ask your Presello agent if pets are allowed here. But okay, let's say your children, for example, or your child, you could have some kind of outdoor play area here. So there's lots of possibilities. And then it's quite private, although yeah, when you look up, your neighbors might be looking at you from here, but so what? At least you got lots of space. You can't really say that about any other unit that you encounter, like, commonly, right? And then here you have your bedroom. So you also have this really nice big window. So especially if you do something like this, that's what they've done. So you have this sheer curtain on. So imagine, umuulan, you're having coffee. Oh, isn't that a lovely sight? I know that's what I would like. Then you have here your built-ins and then space for a desk. Okay, personally, amongst the units that I have shown and will be showing you, this is my favorite. Not just because it's a model unit, but because it's exceptionally large for a one bedroom. Oh, and by the way, speaking of one bedroom, you can also purchase a parking space. So you don't have to, but you can. And what else? Yeah, just reminding you again about the furniture. You can get it if you want to, but it depends on what your negotiations are. Okay, so now we're on our way to the two-bedroom unit. Remember guys, if you book with us, you get a special promo code, all right? That you can exclusively get only from Presello. So, 2-bedroom unit. Pagpasok pa lang, you already know it's maaliwalas. It's bright. Okay, so you have, nawash out ba ako? So you have all of this space. You've got your kitchen area right here. So this is where your stove would be, as well as, oh, actually no, this is where your cooktop would be, because this is where the range is, and then this is where your refrigerator goes, and then your dining area goes where John is currently standing. And this is, yes, it's storage, but it's mainly for your washer-dryer. Better if you can get a washer-dryer combo, that way you only have one machine and then the rest on top could be storage. But if not, you can just stack one up against each other, or up on top of each other. Then more space over here, so this is your living area or your living room, family room, all in one. Then you have an easy access toilet and bath. Okay, wala pa rin light bulb. The shower is right here, by the way, just in case you missed it. So I would say this is about 90 by 90, more or less, and you have a rain shower thing going on. And then the bedroom. So this is bedroom number 1. So you've got the space and this huge window, which overlooks that area is Cubao. Then you have your built-in cabinet over here, and then across, you have the master bedroom. Essentially the same size. You also have your wardrobe over here, but this one has balcony access. So I believe, there we go. Okay, that one just needs WD in the hinges, but if you get to feel the knobs, this is actually very sturdy. And also, this is the kind of plastic that if you've lived, may goma dito eh, that if you've lived in a condo, you know it gets super annoying when the wind decides to just whistle its way into your unit. So this one has a really good rubber. All right, so anyways, yeah, so you have all this balcony space, and again, this one overlooks San Juan. You know what I like about condo living? It's like everything's within reach. It's like you're here in your living room, and you're hungry, you stand up, take a few steps, and you have your refrigerator. Comment down below if you're a fan of condominiums, or if you're a fan of that kind of lifestyle. Okay, so now we're on our way to another 2-bedroom unit, but the difference is this one is a penthouse unit. So it also has a staff quarters. And also, it being a penthouse unit, you have so much more space, right? Lots of space. So you have here your living, your dining, and then your kitchen. So this is where your refrigerator goes. You have more prep space, and then your cooktop. And then over here, we have a staff quarters. So space, and then there's already a built-in wardrobe that comes with it. And then over to the other side, this is where the private areas are. Before we go to either rooms, this is the common toilet and bath. So the shower is also right here. So generally, the space is the same. If it's not linear, it's like this. But I say common just because anyone can access it from the living areas. But that doesn't mean that the master bathroom doesn't, or master bedroom doesn't have its own ensuite toilet and bath. So this is bedroom number 1, or rather, let's go with bedroom number 2 since there's the master bedroom. Then you have here the wardrobe, built-in wardrobe. And again, if you'll notice, every unit comes with this nice neutral ashy color. Although it's a little bit on the beige side, but it's still very neutral. So you can style this place like a blank canvas, and to see how you want it to look. Okay, and this is your master bedroom. So you've got more closet space, and then again, you have your ensuite toilet and bath. So this one is bigger, actually, than the common toilet and bath you have outside the room. So your sink, your water closet, and then your shower area. So you can have this enclosed. It's up to you if you want to put a glass enclosure, but currently, as is, it does not come with it. Let's now check out the lounge area. Did I just lock it? I did. Okay, let's go. Okay, so now we're on the roof deck, or P2, which is why it's called the PH2 lounge deck. There we go. so from here, actually sa loob pa lang, you can already see there's lots of space. So what I like about the design of the roof deck, it's not flat. It's actually multi-level or multi-level, including the interesting roofing or lack thereof that they decided on. So from the lounge, you have privacy. You don't really see the rest of the city thanks to this wall, which I think works. But you can still see snippets of the city. Like for this one, for example, you can see Cubao or gateway area. And then on this side, you have here some maintenance. So this is not for you or for your guests. By the way, this condo has a genset that guarantees 100% power if ever there is a blackout in the area. It's strong enough to power even your air conditioning unit, so that's always good to know. Okay, so here we have a guest toilet and bath. Teka, baka maipit si John. And it's both for female and male. So there is a pool nearby, which explains why this one is more of a shower and toilet. So it's the same for the male side, just, you know, it just has a little placard sign that says it's for men. It's generally the same. And in the middle you have your wash bin. Not wash bin. You have your sink. Wash bin is different, don't quote me on that. Okay, so that's just the lounge area. Now let's check out the second floor of the roof deck, if you could call it a second floor. Okay, so this area is more for entertaining. The other one was more of lounge, you know, having time alone to yourself. This one is more for entertaining. So you have here space for whatever it is you want to do. So if you want to prepare food, you have your sink here that's made available. You also have a view of the lounge. So, you know, it's for everyone's use. And speaking of everyone's use, right next to that, we have a gym. Of course, the gym is closed right now because of circumstances, but yeah, so we're not gonna see anyone working out right now. And then, sige, labas ka muna. And then above the fitness gym, we have some water storage. Lots of water tanks for the entire building. So just in case water runs out for whatever reason, there is water storage. So you don't have to worry about it too much. And then the pièce de résistance of this condominium, your swimming pool. So you have here an infinity pool that leaks over to the Ortigas skyline. Hopefully you can see it in the video. Kita naman? Of course, nothing beats seeing this in person. So I can't jump in on the pool, but if I could, I would lounge there at the very edge and just admire the view of the city, which amazingly from this angle, considering you see EDSA and everything, there is lots and lots of trees, right? Especially there, oh. You even see the mountains in the distance. You also hear some construction going on, but that's normal. Okay. Oh, the pool, by the way, extends to the side. I believe this is the kiddie pool. And if you'll notice the construction, right? So you see places like that view, for example, without obstruction, but then not everything of the floor is seen, which I think is very smart because it also means that buildings next to you can't see you either. Okay, so recap. This is in Dituazon, Quezon City. It's near Cubao. It's near, well, if it's near Cubao, that means it's also near San Juan, it's near New Manila, and you can think of a lot of places in those areas, right? And then we here at Presello have a special discount for you guys, 10%. Again, regardless of your payment method or your, your payment method. So make sure you book through us and talk to a Presello agent for that special, for that sweet 10% discount. The rooms, well, we can just list down here. Here, where do we list down? We can list down the specifics of each unit that we visited, but there you have an idea about about the units that this condominium offers. And if you or anyone you know is interested in a place like this, please do share this video. And guys, if you enjoyed watching this video, please do let us know. Give us a thumbs up so that we can keep doing videos like this one. But going back, If you like it, or if you are interested in seeing it for yourself, send us a message or go to our website at www.presello.com. Invest in your future. Invest with us. Invest with Presello. Hey guys, if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, make sure you click here. And if you want to see more house tour videos, click right here. And we also have this new thing called Working Lunch with Presello, where I and a few random people talk about a few random things related to real estate. So if you want to join in on the conversation, make sure you click right here.